And today I'll be talking to you about why failure in business is sometimes a good thing. So a lot of us remember a time that we've dropped money out of our wallet, let's say $10 to $20, and it's had an effect on us. You're pretty bothered. But imagine that you're Warren Buffett and you make a $200 billion mistake. And this is exactly what he did when he bought into Berkshire Hathaway as a majority owner. It was a failing textile business, which is an investment company, and he believes that he could have made his own investment company, which would be worth $200 billion more than what Berkshire Hathaway is currently right now. So, introduction. Failure in business is crucial. It gives you some teaching lessons. It shows you what you can and can't do, and you take it with a grain of salt and you keep moving on. So many businessmen and women have failed, but it's just their perseverance and their determination that keeps them moving forward, and where it has gotten them to where they are today. So Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard in 1973, I believe, or 1974. He enrolled in 1973. He was banned from his high school for hacking. This is where he learned actually to become the genius that he is on computers. And he started a business called Trafodata, which failed miserably. It was a traffic business that tracked traffic cams and took the data that they received and sent it to governments and police for their analysis. No one ever bought it, and it's actually said that the coding that he used to build that business is the same coding that is used to build Microsoft, which is one of the world's biggest companies today, along with Amazon and Apple. Michael Jordan. So Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, and he says that this is the motivation he needed to become one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He dealt with gambling addiction his entire career, and it even forced him into retirement in the middle of his career. But he came back after and won multiple championships with his team. And now he's the first former NBA player to become a billionaire, along with his shoe line, the Nike Jordans, which is just the Jordans now. And so he's pretty influential in the game of basketball. Walt Disney. So Walt Disney was an editor for a newspaper company, and he was told that he lacked imagination when he was fired. His business, Laugh-O-Gram, went bankrupt in 2 years. This caused him to go broke, and then he came up with Mickey Mouse on his way from Manhattan to Hollywood on a train. This saved his career and made him the man he is today. Oprah Winfrey was abused as a child. She was pregnant at the age of 14 and lost the child, and she was sexually harassed at her first job as a news anchor. This didn't stop her, although she used this as fuel, her rough childhood, and now she is one of the most influential and richest women in the world with a net worth of $2.6 billion. So what do all these people have in common? Warren Buffett is the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, which is an investment company, which has a net worth of $242 billion, and he has a self-net worth of $73.4 billion. Bill Gates is the co-founder of Microsoft, which is a $1 trillion company, one of the first in the world, and he has a self-net worth of $103.6 billion. This makes him, I believe, the second richest man in the world. Walt Disney was the founder of Disney, which is a $193 billion company as it stands today. And Oprah Winfrey is the founder of the Oprah Winfrey Network, which hosts a whole bunch of other sub-networks beneath it, including TLC, HGTV, which a lot of us will watch, when we're at home, just to have something on the TV. And she's a self-net worth of $2.6 billion. So just to give you an idea of how astounding these fortunes are, we're going to take a look at these numbers visualized. So this is $100, just a single $100 American bill. This is $10,000, which is just a stack of $100 bills. This is $1 million, which is clearly quite a few stacks of $10,000, which is a bunch of $100 bills. This is $100 million in comparison to the average human standing next to it. So it's about the same height and about 2 times as wide. So that's quite large. And that's all $100 bills. This here is $1 billion. As you can see, there's multiple stacks along with a little bit in the front, and that's compared to the average human. So, and this next one will blow your mind. So for example, Microsoft, which is a $1 trillion company, this is an 18-wheeler. And that is $1 trillion in $100 bills next to it. So yeah, it's pretty large. Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an idea of the fortunes that these people have, like Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, people like that. I think billions of dollars is a lot of money. So famous quotes from, inventors or businessmen or women who have failed in the past. So we have Thomas Edison here, who said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that do not work." And I found this pretty inspirational because, having the ability to fail that many times and keep moving forward just for the purpose of proving to yourself and to others that you can do it is inspirational to me. And I really like this quote. Oprah Winfrey, she said, "Think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is just a stepping stone to greatness." And I really like this quote because it shows that your past does not define you, because she had a real rough childhood, but she kept moving forward, and she realized that those hardships were just a stepping stone for her to get where she is today. So, conclusion. Failure in business is, it can be a good thing depending on how you take it, right? It's all about how you handle it and how you learn from it. So, if you fail and you decide, I failed, I'm done, I don't want to go anymore, then obviously the failure got the best of you. But if you fail and you decide, I need to keep moving forward, I need to take this with a grain of salt, and I need to be better next time, then that failure did something good for you. So my call to action for you guys would be to not be afraid to go against the grain. Don't be afraid to chase your passions, whatever that is, and be afraid to fail. Failure, it can be a good thing, and a lot of times failure is a good thing, as I displayed here. So just don't be afraid to fail, don't be afraid to chase your passions, and go out and do what you want to do. Thank you. Any questions? The question was time that I failed in the past. So time that I have failed in the past would be I was cut from a hockey team, and being cut from a hockey team as a kid, it can be one of the biggest things that's going on in your life. And so I use that as motivation, to go back to where I came from. I decided I need to get better, and next year I would go out and I would make that team. So that was an example of sometime that I failed and have been better. Another question, which one of these stories is my favorite? I really like the Oprah Winfrey story because it shows that your childhood or your past